Hi everybody, I'm Katie and this is my informative speech about photography. I assume that most of us know how to point and shoot a camera to take a picture, but does everybody know the basics of photography? I'm here today to teach you about the basics and some of the subcategories that most people use to capture images in our everyday life. Please excuse me, I have COVID and I might cough during the video, so please excuse me. Like right now. I can't record it without coughing. I've tried. I've been practicing photography for multiple years as a hobby, and I love it, and I love teaching people about how to capture the best images using their phone or their camera. And wouldn't we all like to take better pictures of our loved ones? Well, I'm going to teach you how, starting with learning a little bit about these three types of photography. The first type of photography I want to go over is landscape photography. This type of photography works best with a wide-angle lens. The best times to use landscape photography is obviously when you're taking pictures of landscapes such as mountains or fields, but also when you're doing large family portraits and even when you're taking water pictures. The wide-angle lens helps reflect the sun off the water without distorting the picture, and these lenses are often referred to as a fisheye lens or even a panorama lens. There are plenty of other ways to use wide-angle lenses, but landscape photography is my favorite. It really captures everything around you. My other favorite type of photography is macro photography. Macro photography focuses on bringing the fine details of small subjects into view, things you can't always see with the naked eye, such as the hairs on a spider or the little veins of a leaf. The best lens to use for macro photography is a 50mm or a 100mm focal length, so you can get close to the subject but not to disturb it. You can get the little details without having to be right on top of the subject. And this is one of my favorite. I take macro pictures all the time. I bring my camera with me everywhere, and I'll show you some pictures here at the end. Hopefully they don't get all distorted with the video camera on my computer. But now that I'm finished geeking out about macro photography, it's on to the final type of photography, which is portrait photography. Portrait photography focuses on a singular subject and capturing that subject's personality in a picture. Sometimes portrait photography is of a family or an animal, but the focus is still the same: capture their character, or how others say it is their spirit. The worst part of portrait photography is getting your subject to sit still, but still animate them enough to capture that spark and that personality and get that to shine through in your photos. These are the three main types of photography that I found to be essential, each being unique in their own ways, but in no way less important than either of the others when you're discussing photography as a whole. Everyone knows the basics of taking photos. Everybody has their phone out. They're always, snapping selfies and taking pictures of their friends, of their dogs, of their pets and stuff. But in discussing these different types, which were landscape, macro, and portrait, I hope that your perspective has been broadened about what photography is and can be. Not everyone can be a world-renowned photographer who's applauded for their art form, but everyone can be just a little better than a lobster who can only take shelfies. Thank you. And now I want to show you guys some of my photography on my phone, and again, forgive me, they're probably not going to be the best, but this is a good capture of a starfish that I took at the aquarium. You can't really see it, but there's little hairs on the starfish and all the little legs. Let's see. This is a great picture of dewdrops on a flower. As far as landscape photography goes, I used to live in Colorado, so here's pictures of the mountains on a trail that we hiked up Gothic Mountain. And this is raining on Blue Mesa Lake in Gunnison, Colorado. Here's a picture of a double rainbow in Gunnison, Colorado. Landscape photography. And then as far as portrait photography goes, I have a bunch. I'm always taking pictures of my daughter, but there's my daughter and I taken with my tripod. And again, my daughter and I taken with my tripod. This is right after she was born. Like I said, my favorite type of photography is macro, so I wish I could show you guys more and get those fine details in here, but it's just not going to happen on this camera. So have a great night, and I look forward to seeing everybody's videos. Thank you.